movie we are doing.
I'm glad that you had that queued up.
That's right.
Yeah, we are doing it. Our
We are
first modern
doing.
film.
Yep, we're doing Mr. Magoo.
Oh man, what a terrible movie.
I never saw it. Just kidding. We are doing
Uh,
Avengers: Infinity War, which just came out this year in 2018.
it
May
did
was it?
in the month of our. Oh, you know what? No, it almost came out the month of our birth, but it came out a week earlier for some reason.
Oh, because they wanted to beat everybody.
It wanted extra weeks before Deadpool came out, I guess.
Yep, they wanted to hurry up and be the number one for the summer. These assholes.
Yeah, and I mean, as if there was any question as to what they would be. Of course, they were gonna get number one. It's the fucking
Yeah,
Avengers, right?
that's exactly.
The
That's
MCU can't
100%
be
true.
stopped.
No, they can't. Just ask DC.
Ooh, that's they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't either. Aquaman looks good. Same thing with Shazam.
No, he doesn't. Shazam looks fine.
What Aquaman look? Oh my god, I'm dying.
Aquaman looks like
looks
shit.
alright. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't look good.
Doesn't look bad.
I
It
don't
looks
need.
better
I don't
than-
need to see Jason Momoa swimming around. It doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, Black
Shazam
Manta.
looks alright. Okay, Black Manta looks cool because he just looks like Black Manta. But aside from that,
Yeah,
give
and
me
there's
a Black
fucking
Manta movie instead of
there's-
a Aquaman movie.
no. There's fucking Ocean Master in it. Like, how are you gonna hate on it? It's gonna be good.
It's going to be terrible. But we're not here to talk about DC right now. I mean, we were gonna do a bad movie, and we had considered Batman v Superman, but we're talking about Avengers instead.
Yes, we are. The pinnacle of 10 years of movies and characters all together in one. Well, almost all.
10 years of storytelling, 10 years of memories, 10 years of friendships and villains.
Yep, almost as long as we've known each other.
A tale of swords and souls,
I
eternally retold.
Hey, what's that from? Because I know you're saying that as in like
Soul Calibur.
never seen it,
It's a fucking video game, and you know it.
never played it.
You should. There's new coming out. It looks awesome.
Nah, like Tekken's alright.
Oh, dude. I mean, Tekken. They're made by the same people.
Nah.
That's why. Why do you think Yoshimitsu is in both?
No, then why Spawn in Soul Calibur? He's
He
not.
was a guest star.
Nah.
They're fucking Namco Band. Never mind. Or Bandai Namco, wherever the fuck their logo is, or their name is now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but they also produced one of my favorite games this year, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Which you're currently queued up on.
Fuck yeah, and they're also producing the new game Jump Force that I'm gonna get later this year, starring all kinds of anime characters.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck, they showed it at E3.
I didn't watch E3.
It's good. Why not? What? We got.
I was too busy watching Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh yeah, it was around the same time. I mean, it came like a month and a half after
Yes.
Avengers.
See, like how
it was around the same
back.
time.
We always sidetrack.
I
You
do,
like how
yeah.
I brought it back? You gotta admit, that was a pretty good way of bringing it back.
It's not doing that yet. Nope.
You gotta admit.
Marty. That's a callback to our last episode.
So yeah. So in
Bring it
order
all the
for
way back
you-
to that.
Yeah, in order for you to all understand this movie, we have to go back and explain 10 years prior, starting with Iron Man in 2008.
That would help, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I was joking about that. I was not expecting you to agree.
Oh man, we go down the whole timeline.
We don't have
will-
12 hours to talk about this.
Well, honestly, before we do talk about Infinity War, we should talk about not the movie Iron Man, but when you're sitting in the theater watching the movie, and for whatever reason, I don't know if we heard about it beforehand. I think maybe I heard about it beforehand, but the end credit scene of Iron Man, like when Nick Fury popped on screen and said the word Avengers, how did that make you feel? Did you think that would actually happen? Because I sure as shit didn't.
I had no clue about that. I think I heard something too, because like nobody knows of a post-credit scene. They're the ones who basically started that. So I think they kind of hyped like, oh, there's something at the end. So then you had to stick around for it. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, isn't Nick Fury white? But then I guess they're using the ultimate Nick Fury. So it's like, oh, okay, which is based off of Samuel L. Jackson. But then, yeah, he's like putting together Avengers or whatever, and it was just like, oh shit, like You're already teasing like a big ass superhero team up. Like, holy shit, this is only the first movie. Then we had the Amazing Incredible Hulk next, same
I don't know
year.
if Amazing is. Was it the same year?
Yeah, 2008. Yeah, it was like a couple months later.
I assume you're looking at a timeline of it.
No, I just remember those. I thought Hulk came out before Iron Man, but I was wrong. Iron Man, I believe, came out in
I
May.
mean, there was a Hulk movie before.
No, well, yeah, the Ang Lee's Hulk, which we don't talk about. But I mean, Iron Man came out May 2nd, 2008, because that's when I quit my job at the theater. And then the Hulk
Oh,
came
yeah.
out later that year.
And that's the Ang Lee one.
No, the Incredible Hulk, the one with
The other
Ed
one.
Norton. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Because
and that
you have to
one,
differentiate because that one's called Incredible Hulk.
yeah, not just Hulk, it's the Incredible Hulk. And then that one
Right.
had an end credit scene where Tony popped into General Thunderbolt and said same thing,
That's
like,
the one
oh,
no
put
one
together a
no
team.
one remembers. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, it's because they didn't really fully explain it. I guess he was more interested in using the Abomination in the Avengers, because I read like they had like a comic in between, or they had some one shot in between that explained it, and I guess it's because they were going to use Abomination for the Avengers, and I guess he was too far gone, like with villainy, so like he was a bad candidate.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
Well,
is
and
Tim Roth.
obviously, yeah, exactly.
Remember when he played the villain monkey in Planet of the Apes, the good one?
Oh, Jesus, don't say the good. That's
Why
the
not?
next horrible movie review we should
That's the
do.
one where
I did
Mark
not.
Wahlberg kissed the monkey.
Yeah, and I did not understand. I still would have fucked the monkey. That was Helena Bonham Carter. Damn right, I would have fucked
I
that
know
monkey.
she's pretty hot back then.
Hell yeah. But the end of that movie, I had no idea what the fuck happened in that movie. The ending was so
Um,
like convoluted. I was like, but he went back to his time. Why are there monkeys? Did he just go into the future on their planet?
alternate.
Like, I was
I,
super
I think
lost.
I think I think the revelation is that when he went through whatever he went through, he didn't go in time. He didn't travel time. He traveled universes or
But
dimensions
then
or
why did
something. Is
then
the
why did he
implication?
travel? Didn't he travel time in the first time when he went through the storm to find his little monkey?
I in the original. Oh no, I think he thought he did, but I think the revelation was that no, he didn't travel time. He went to a whole different. Him and the monkey both got sucked into a different dimension.
Then
So
what are the
anywhere he
chances?
goes is a monkey filled.
Yeah, but I mean, what are the chances of him? Because he got there technically before the monkey. Because remember at the end when they were fighting, the monkey came back down. So technically, he went back in time, even though he went in a storm after the monkey. He went further back in time because he was there when the monkey arrived. Remember, after the monkey was in the storm.
I don't remember it that clearly, but this is not the Planet of the Apes cast.
I know, but every time I
This
think about
is
it, it hurts my head because I don't understand the ending of
all
that
right.
movie.
I don't
Fucking
remember the
Tim
beginning
Burton.
of it at all.
Well, the beginning of it, they were sending the monkey through the storm for some reason, and then
No, I remember that.
they lost him, and then Mark Wahlberg's like, "I gotta go save my monkey," because he fucks the monkey.
I
So then he
I just
fucking
remember.
journeyed after him.
I just remember Helena Bonham Carter wanting some human dick. That's all I know about that movie. Well, and Tim Roth was in it, hamming it up.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I mean, not really. He's cool. He was in Twin Peaks, the revival.
Never saw it. I wanted to, but I don't have Showtime.
It's just fucking. It's on DVD now, Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray
I
at home.
well, then let me
Looking
borrow
right at
it.
it. Fucking come over, I'll watch it.
I'll watch that way before Point Break.
This is 18 hours as opposed to like an hour and a half. It's a really good
So,
18 hours though.
yeah, exactly. Way better than fucking. Oh, I'm gonna shoot my gun in the air.
Don't make me pick between my favorite show and my favorite movies.
All right. Anyways, Avengers. 10 years build up.
Yes, it's 10 years build up. We're not gonna do the whole timeline, but basically, we made it. It's and goddamn, yeah, 10 years. And that's actually this is the first movie where, in the beginning, when the logo, the Marvel Studios logo pops up, it kind of fades in the I and the O of Studios red because it looks like number 10.
Is it? Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
pretty
oh
dope.
yeah. I saw this on IMAX when it first came out, and it was I don't know if it was true IMAX or not. I have no idea. It probably wasn't. But the opening shot of like Thor's ship looked tiny. It was really
Compare
odd.
It was supposed to be tiny compared to the hugeness of what's his face's ship, Thanos'
Yeah,
ship.
but I mean, even his ship too was like it looked smaller than it should have. Like if I'm watching like the opening shot of the
Uh,
first Star Wars and you see the Star Destroyer, it's like huge, right? That's how it
yeah.
looked. That's how Avengers looked in the beginning, regular in 2D. But in 3D, it was like, why are they so fucking small? I don't understand.
Oh,
It was
gotcha.
weird. You know, it
Hey,
might
you
just
want
be
me?
because it wasn't real IMAX.
Oh, true. Hey, you want me to go over the list of the movies?
The time, yeah, sure, we'll do that real quick.
Yeah, I found
We'll
them in
say
order.
we'll say which
So
ones. We'll give them a quick rating like, out of 10 as we go.
yeah, so we have Iron Man, May 2nd, 2008, which
That's like
I
a solid 9.
yeah, exactly. Fucking what Ironmonger was like the shit, dude. Like that was so dope to see
It
them fight.
was. That's kind of what drags it down a point.
Really? I like
It
Jeff
wasn't.
Bridges.
It was good. It was good, but it wasn't. I don't know.
Well, I
Compared to
mean, what's
other
the
ones later, in
well, yeah,
hindsight.
later on, yeah. But all right, then Incredible Hulk, June 13th, 2008.
That's a 6.
That's 8 for me. 7, 8.
God damn, really?
Yeah,
All right.
I liked it because when he fucking broke a car in half and used it as boxing gloves, like that's hella dope.
Oh my god, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, and then we had a 2-year break, and then Iron Man came out May 7th, 2010. Which to me,
Iron Man
Iron
2.
Man, yeah, that was a solid 8. That fucking Whiplash was badass.
Iron Man.
And that was when he had that briefcase suit. Remember with the car? He
That
stepped on the
goes.
briefcase
Yeah.
and then fucking bam.
That that goes down to a 7 for me.
Oh, all right. Then we wait a year for May 6th, 2011 for Thor, which that was like a 4, maybe a 5 to me.
That's that that gets a 5 for me. Yeah,
It was
it's not
boring.
very good.
Nothing really
Yeah, it was
happened.
pretty boring. No.
And then later that May, June, July, 2 months later, July 22nd, 2011, we have Captain America, the first Avenger, which is like a 6 for me.
See, I actually really like it. I know people talk shit about it, but as an origin story, I feel like it's pretty good. It's right up there with Iron Man, but it's an 8. It's under. Just because it drags a little bit longer than it should, but overall I
Yeah.
think it's pretty good.
All right, and then we have the last movie in Phase 1.
Plus
Marvel's-
Agent Carter is smoking hot.
Well, yeah, that's true. Haley Atwell, she's pretty good.
Yes.
And then May 4th, 2012, we have the last movie in Phase 1, The Avengers, which that to me is like
That's
a
like
9.
that is like a 9.5.
It was pretty
For
fucking
me.
good, especially the
That was
end when
pretty
they stood in
perfect.
a circle and they were all just like ready to fight. Like that was dope.
The big hero shot that's still like in that still like I don't know when that came. Was that 6 years after that or whatever? Still shown.
It's 4 years from the first movie, 2008 to 2012.
So 6 from now.
Oh, from now, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty good.
So we're
All
on
right.
phase 2 now.
Yep, Phase 2, we got Iron Man 3, May 3rd, 2013.
People gave this shit 2, but
Yeah, it's
honestly,
a 7. I feel like it's a 7.
Give it, yeah, it's like a 7 to 8 on the good day, but yeah, 7 I would settle on. It's not bad.
Yeah.
People talk shit about it a lot, but Shane Black's dialogue really made it stand out. So yeah,
Yeah, you could tell it was very different from than the first two because John Farvo directed the first two.
yeah. I don't know why he didn't do this one. He was in it.
I think
But,
that was he that was when he
briefly.
committed to the that other Disney movie based on that ride, the Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World or whatever.
No, that was Brad
He-
Bird.
No, that was John Farvo.
John Favreau did not direct that.
Yeah, the one with George Clooney with the kids, and then like
No,
They had
that
the
one
coin?
that was Brad Bird.
no, that was John. That's why he stopped doing the.
I think you thinking of Jungle Book?
No, well, did he? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Okay,
He
so he did
directed
Iron Man,
Jungle,
Iron Man
Jungle
2,
Book for them.
Cowboys,
And that was
oh,
in Iron
maybe
Man
that was
3
the
is when
movie.
he got fucked up in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
so
was
that's
out
why
of
he
the
wasn't
movie.
in it. Yeah, he's in a coma.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. It was the Jungle Book. I got my movies confused.
Yeah, and I'm looking it up. Tomorrowland, directed by. Where is it? Oh, it's giving me the cast. I wanted to see who the fuck.
All right. Well, then
Why
in
is it just.
okay, November of 2013, we got Thor: The Dark World, which again to me is a 4.
Yeah, that one. that was almost worse than. I'll give it a 4 too. Yeah, Brad Bird. I just saw it. Yeah, correct. He also
Okay.
did The Incredibles 1 and
Oh
2.
jeez. But yeah, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people. Yeah, the first one is better than the. I don't know why the Dark World just sucked, but it did.
I don't even think it's better or worse than the first one. I think it's just okay. Well, no, it's worse because the what's her face, Queen Amidala had like a bigger role, and she was just not. She did not give a shit about that movie and didn't really try, and it just
No,
I didn't care for her.
that's how you knew she was going to be in the third one.
Oh yeah, thank God.
And then, and then a little less than a year later, April 2014, we have Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is like a fucking
This
nine
right
and a half
here,
to me.
this is for me the first perfect 10 of the franchise.
Oh shit!
Winter Soldier is my favorite of all of them still.
Because even if you took out all the superhero ness of it, it was a good like spy movie. Like
There
trying to
wasn't even
figure
much
out.
superhero in this. It was
No,
literally just like spy crime fighting or whatever.
there were besides them being like superhuman strength, it was all like regular people. There wasn't like powers. Because
No,
Crossbones was a fighter.
I can't even believe that they actually did a Winter Soldier story and so fucking soon.
Yeah, that
Because
too.
Winter
Well, I
Soldier
mean,
is one of my favorite books. Ed Brubaker's run a few years ago was really really good, and I'm talking about comic books.
I know.
So yeah, I was like kind of like, holy shit, what?
Yeah, but they did it pretty
Excuse me.
good. It was pretty dope.
It was good. We got okay. Keep going.
All right, and then in August of 2014, we get the first Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'd say is like an
Guardians
8.
1. I was
It had good music. It was funny and it was different. Space, so it was kind of cool.
yeah. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, and it had a dance off.
I
Like, come on,
I have a high
it had a
opinion of
fucking
this
dance
because
off.
I'm a huge fan of James Gunn, and I know. I mean, we're not gonna get into that right now. We'll still get into that some other time, but I love all of his movies. Just his style works for me. So
Yeah, so like, it was a good movie. And then after that,
yeah.
we get Avengers: Age of Ultron in May of 2015, which to me is like a 7. I only saw it once,
I was
and
thinking 7.
I had no urge to see it again.
It was a bit long, and yeah, I don't know.
It tried being too heavy with having the Quicksilver die, and then the people like the city
Didn't
dropping,
see that
and
coming.
it no, it just had too like it was trying to be too heavy, like it was trying to make too big of an impact.
I don't know. Well, that third act was the best part.
I guess, yeah. I mean, they're just all robots. It was like they all fought like Iron Man, so it wasn't like
We got
anything
Vision.
real
No,
special.
that's another character that I never thought. No way in fuck are we gonna see Vision, and then here's Vision. So that's crazy.
That's pretty true. All right, and then after that, we have the last movie in Phase 2, July 2015, Ant-Man, which I give a fucking 9.
Really, the first Ant-Man.
Yep, I love the first Ant-Man. I
I
bought
would.
that was the first Marvel movie I ever bought. Ant-Man.
I give it a 7. It was a bit forgettable.
What? How do you forget him fighting
I think
Falcon?
the second one. I think the second one did improved on it.
Well, hold on. We'll get there soon. So now
No,
we
I'm just
got
saying
Phase.
it's
Hold
on a good trend.
Hold on. I know we're gonna get there. Hold on. So then, okay. So then we have Phase 3, the first movie, May 2016, Captain America: Civil War, which I give a fucking 9.
Man, yeah, that gets a 9. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. But then I watched it again, and you kind of like, you realize that motherfucker Zemo won.
Yeah, he did exactly what he wanted to do. He tore apart the
He
Avengers.
did everything he wanted to do, and that raised
Yep.
and that. But yeah, on repeat viewings, it improved it greatly.
Oh,
to me,
definitely.
so yeah, I
Because
give it
then
a 9.
you sympathize with him. You think, oh, he's just some asshole guy trying to tear down the Avengers, and no, his wife and daughter died. He wants like them to hurt as much as he hurts, and had his family torn apart. Like, oh, so good.
Yeah, Captain America is like the first trilogy since I
Back to
guess
the Future.
Back to the Future that was just like solid for me. The whole it got better almost.
Got
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
third, it wasn't as good as 2, but it doesn't mean it wasn't bad. 2 is like perfect.
Yeah, you can't hate the action in this. The whole airport scene,
No.
Giant Man, you can't hate that shit.
No, and there's another thing I didn't think we'd ever see, and they fucking proved me wrong. And fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, that too. Who would have thought they would have
They
got a
got
hold of him?
Spider-Man back,
Sony,
sort of.
yeah, Sony had him on fucking lockdown. All the shit they were
Holy
doing with
shit.
him.
Oh,
All
by the
right,
way,
so
so one thing that's making me mad that I can't play the new Spider-Man game, they recreated New York like exactly because you can find the Ghostbusters firehouse in Spider-Man. It's right there.
that's pretty cool.
It's on the if you look at the street signs, it's on the same fucking street it's actually in New York.
Oh man, I'm thinking about getting it because it
I
looks
know.
really good.
No. If you get it, like after you beat it, can I borrow your PlayStation and play it?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, honestly,
really-
yeah, probably.
Honestly, thanks a lot. I really am kind of like
I don't use
regretting
it,
that
so.
I did keep my PS4 for a little while longer.
Hey, you didn't know though. You didn't
But
think it was gonna be
the
that
trade
good.
value
I don't think
trade
anybody
value
thought it
has
was gonna
gone
be that
down
good.
since.
What?
The trade value of the PS4 has gone down since, so I don't completely regret it.
Oh.
I was checking, and so made me feel better about it. But anyways, yeah, Civil War, great. Spider-Man's there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, and then the next movie, November 2016, we dabble in the magic with Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I'd give it a 7.
It's like a 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fine. This was the first one I saw this in IMAX, in real IMAX, when I was in Florida. And it was the first time I actually seen a movie in IMAX, and holy shit, it was like the perfect one to see because all the effects in it were fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like it was
Yeah.
cool to see like magic done that way.
Yeah, and he only got better later on to the movie. we're
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
talking
hey, well, hold on, we'll get there. Hold on.
I know there's a
And,
tease.
oh,
There's
hey,
a
well,
tease.
hold on.
Okay, all right.
And then all right, and then in oh,
Come on.
okay, all right, and then in May
Don't be
2017
silly.
we get and then in May 2017 we get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So we gave the other one.
Is it a 7 or
I
8?
think I gave it an 8, right? I think I gave it an 8.
I think it's an 8.
Um,
I give this one a 7.
This one actually was better to me.
Really?
I'd say 8.5. I can't go 9, but 8.5. I think the stuff with the dad worked a lot. Both Kurt Russell and Michael Rooker. That worked.
Kurt
really,
Russell was like
good, and there was
I'm Mary
one of the
Poppins,
first
y'all.
yeah, that too. It was one of the first sacrificing someone's life moments that actually really worked for me, and I didn't just kind of groan.
And to be 100% honest with you and our loyal fans, I got a little teary-eyed when he was screaming no after he gave him the suit because they were going into space and he froze.
No, hey,
I got
hey,
a lot teary-eyed.
Listen, I did too, and it's okay.
Yeah, that shit was like,
It's okay. Dude, they acted the shit out of that scene.
Yeah, they did. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the dude from fucking Parks and Recs?
Co-host is dying here.
Yeah, who would have thought the dude from Parks and Recs and the asshole from fucking Walking Dead would make you cry?
I mean, have you seen Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer? Watch that
No.
shit.
Nah,
You won't cry, but it's Rooker is actually his first. He started acting really late in his life, kind of like Alan Rickman did. But holy shit, man! They
Hey,
can
sometimes,
act.
sometimes that's the best. All right, so then,
Yeah.
oh shit, no, oh, 2
Oh,
months
Mantis
later.
was introduced in that as well.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. She's like a French
And
Asian, so like she has a weird accent, but I couldn't really get a
Dude,
good.
she is smoking hot, like.
Oh no, I didn't say
in
she's
in,
not hot.
Like, real life. She was in
I'm
the
just-
remake of Old Boy.
Really? Was she the one with the umbrella?
I don't know. I didn't see the remake, but she was the Charlotte Copley's chick or whatever.
Hey, that's a movie we got to review. I've seen the Asian and the American one. If you wanna,
I've only seen the original. I only wanted to see it because I like Charlotte Copley a lot, but I never got around to seeing it.
it's
There are two
It's-
Avengers in that movie though. Well, not
It's-
one's an Avenger, one is the villain, but
yeah, and they fuck.
they fuck.
It's
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking. I was really surprised because Spike Lee, I believe, directed it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Was it Spike Lee
And,
or Spike Jones?
I don't know. Hold on.
I think it might be Spike Jones.
I don't know. Hold on. Pause on Avengers.
Spike Lee usually has a very political lean in it.
No, I know. That's why I thought maybe I know somebody with Spike. What? Oh fuck! It looked up the original. Hold on.
Was that Takeshi Mike?
The original? Who directed it?
Yeah, yeah.
Park Chan Wook.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm getting my Asian directors confused. I think I'm
It's
thinking of Ichi the Killer.
No, Spike Lee. It was directed by Spike Lee.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was really surprised, and it kept it good to the original. I was really fucking surprised. I loved the shit
Huh.
out of the movie. Okay, so
All right.
then 2 months later,
Kurosa's
July
great too.
2000.
Moving on.
Oh, duh. 2 months later, July 2017, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming, which I'd
I
say
have
is an eight and
I
a half.
have mixed feelings on this.
Now, why? Because the character went through so many
I
like changes. Like
Here's
he,
the thing. Okay, there's a few things. Michael Keaton was awesome, and I always hated the Vulture. I like that they changed it up, and Michael Keaton was just being Michael Keaton, and it was great.
yeah,
Um,
hundred
I
percent.
think Tom Holland is actually perfect. I think he's probably the perfect Spider-Man Peter Parker we have had so far.
Yeah,
My
I'll admit
issue,
that.
my issue is with he doesn't joke enough at all.
Oh, that he
Like
doesn't have
I
that
don't
Spider-Man wit.
No, and none of the movies have done it right. Like I don't know why it's so hard to understand that he's constantly talking shit. Like he's getting his ass
Yeah.
beaten and he's talking shit. He's kicking their ass and he's talking shit. He doesn't do it
Well,
nearly enough.
Andrew Garfield's kind of had that. He was talking shit while he
He
was
did. There
flying
was a
around.
bit. That was the closest. Ironically enough, it was that one, the worst one.
Yeah,
They got that part right. They got everything else wrong, but they got that part. The suit in that one was good too. But
that was pretty good.
he should have joked more. I did not like the. I don't know how you want to call it. The changing of Flash Thompson and Mary Jane. I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah, I get. She's not a traditional Mary Jane, though. I believe.
I know, but then they had her say, "Call me MJ," and it's like, fuck you.
I know. But I mean, I
Who the
don't
fuck are you
mind
supposed to
them.
think she is?
I don't mind them changing Flash because that is the modern day bully now. Is like the smart asshole. So it's not really the jock
I know,
anymore.
but
It's not like the '80s.
But they can't. But he's not. If he's gonna be Agent Venom someday, him,
they're not going to go that
you gotta
far.
plan ahead.
We have a
I
whole
know.
nother Tom
That'd be
Hardy.
cool, though.
He'll lose his legs at the end of Venom, and then he'll become Agent Venom later on.
No, but that's dumb.
So
That's
then,
Eddie
okay,
Brock. He's
okay,
not.
well,
You just go on.
oh,
Continue. Oh, sorry.
oh,
What did you give Spider-Man?
8.5. I think.
I
Give it like a 7.
I give it a 7. I give it a 7.
Okay.
Honestly, one of my favorite things about that movie is the fucking Captain America pop-ins. Like, so you got in trouble. You're in detention. Those are like, and all the random like, Hannibal Buress is in it, or for fucking no reason.
Yeah, I like the hinting kinda of Shocker. That was kind of cool. You should have had more of a glove rather than like bone.
They
what do you
changed
call
him
crossbones. Shocker.
The real Shocker was in it for 10 minutes and then got killed by Michael Keaton, and then they gave the other guy. They recasted him in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but that dude did look like Tom Hardy, so they did kind of have to get him out of there.
I guess, but whatever. It's Shocker.
All right, and then a couple months later, in November 2017, we have Thor Ragnarok, which I will give a 9.
Yeah, that gets a hard 9. Holy
That
shit!
was-
I've never seen a
was real
franchise
good.
turn itself around quicker.
No, that movie was like, holy
Fuck.
shit, Thor's badass now.
I've watched that movie so many fucking times. Fucking Jeff Goldblum, plays Asperg.
What?
When he's like telling him about Asgard or whatever, he doesn't. He's like Asgard, and then later on he's like, yeah, you beat the champion, then you can go back to place Asperg. I don't know. It's like one of my favorite lines just because it's so Goldblum.
My favorite line is Sir Anthony Hopkins when he's like, "What are you, the god of hammers?"
Oh shit.
Like,
Oh yeah, that too.
and then he
That-
came
the
back and
fucking-
he just had electricity all over him. I was like, "Holy shit!" And they started playing
Right?
immigrant song. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. The first thing the fake play or the play with like Sam Neill and
Oh, and oh shit, what's his name?
Why am I
Not the
spacing
other
it?
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's friend.
I know Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Um,
that was pretty.
that was
fucking
cool.
Good. Yeah.
But then when Thor comes in and Odin, who's really Loki, but he's Odin, turns like, oh shit.
Hey,
That was
spoilers.
I laughed so fucking hard
Yeah, that was
because it was so
super
subtle.
good.
But yeah, holy shit, that's a 9.5 almost for
Yeah,
me.
and I like how it was a Thor movie, but technically it was Planet Hulk. Like he
Yeah,
was
and
champion. It was
they've kind of done
like
that a few times.
because Thor
That's what
can't
they need
do
to
shit
do
on his
more.
own.
Shove other characters into people's solo movies.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
it the B character.
All right, and then the next year, February 2018, we have Black Panther.
This gets like a that's like a 7, maybe an 8.
I'll give it.
I didn't.
Let's see. I'll give the movie a 7, but I give the villain like an 8 or a 9 because I really liked
I
Killmonger.
Killmonger was alright, but they killed the better, more interesting screen presence villain in the middle of the fucking movie.
Oh, Claw.
Yeah, fucking Ulysses Claw is holy shit by Andy Serkis, right?
Yeah, by the dude who played apes in
God,
Gollum.
yeah, goddamn, dude, he was acting the shit out of that and having so much fun with it, and it's like, oh, we killed him off, but he was really entertaining.
Yeah.
But that pissed me off, so that brings it down for me.
All right. And then, oh jeez, we have some movies after this though. We have.
No, we're halfway through this.
Yeah, well, we're pretty much at the end because the next movie is the movie we are supposed to be reviewing, Avengers: Infinity War, April 2018.
Oh god, that did come right after it.
Yep, same year. And then,
So
you
honestly,
want me to, you want
Phase
me to read
three,
what's
Phase
left?
three so far has been amazing.
Yeah, no, it's still going. You want me to read what's left?
I know.
There's
Uh,
Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 2018.
yeah, that was better. That was like what
It
did I
had
give
more
it?
humor
Like
in
a
it.
7.
Yeah, I think
I give it an 8.
you give it a 9. This one I'll give it 8.
All right.
I like the first one better. And then
Okay.
March 2019, we have Captain Marvel planned.
Yeah, that's the trailer is actually dropping tomorrow, by the way. So this is
Yeah,
super topical.
It very is. And then it says May 2019, Untitled Avengers film, which is
Untitled
the
Avengers.
conclusion, of the one we're reviewing, and that'll be the end of
Yes,
phase.
and that's the end of Phase 3.
Yeah, and then we have 2 movies that says post phase 3, which
There's
July
Spider-Man
2019,
2.
Spider-Man: Far From Home,
Yep.
and then Well, this says Guardians 3 to be announced, but they said it's on indefinite hold because
That's
of James
not
Gunn.
happening now.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
not gonna happen.
I honestly, if the Far From Home thing implies what they've hinted at, that Spider-Man's not going to be in New York, I'm automatically already pissed. And I already had a problem with the first one, and I'm already having a problem with this one, and I've seen nothing about it other than
Hey,
he might be in London.
yeah, it says
Why?
the film depicts Parker and his friends as they go on summer vacation to Europe. Fuck yeah.
Honestly, I'm hoping Far From Home implies Secret Wars.
Hey, who
I don't
knows?
think it's going to.
I
That would
also
be fucking cool if it was.
I got really
And they
excited
bring
that
Venom
Jake,
into it.
I got really excited that Jake Gyllenhaal's gonna be fucking Mysterio.
That always should have been Bruce Campbell. And Spider-Man 3 should have been Bruce Campbell as
Well,
Mysterio.
he's too old and fat now, so this makes sense.
I know he is now, but fucking back then it would have been perfect.
Uh,
Honestly, he could still be fine now. He's supposed to be like an out of work special effects guy, fucking Bruce Campbell. But anyway,
nah, this works a lot better because Gyllenhaal can look more like a nerd than
he
fucking.
doesn't have to be a nerd.
That's Quentin Beck was a nerd. He had like glasses and shit on and stuff like that.
I mean, some interpretations, but other one he's just like a crew guy. He's good at special effects. He doesn't have to be nerdy. I never got a nerdy vibe. I got a lame vibe. Like he's lame because he has a fishbowl in his head, but he's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alright,
Avengers. So yeah,
Yeah. All right, now boom. 34 minutes it took to go over 10 years.
34
history.
minutes in. Yeah.
So now we gotta. Fuck, this movie was kind of long. Honestly, I'll be honest. I
Yeah.
fell asleep during one part of it.
Are you kidding? The first time you watched it?
Yeah.
Was it when Thanos was talking to Gamora in his home?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, okay.
I fell asleep when they were
What the?
the middle part of when they were trying to figure out how he can make like a new weapon. You know, on
The
that
hammer.
star.
Okay, yeah, I can.
It,
The
it
emotional
was the
bit
mid-
with Rocket.
No, it was the middle part when they first met the giant midget.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. There's nothing
Because
going on
they
in that
revisited that
moment.
part 3 times, and it's like they could have just done it in one shot of like, oh, let's build it now, and like, this is how we got to do it. But they cut back to it in 3 different times when other shit was going on, and it was kind of like, all right, that's the only problem.
Yeah,
That was the only real problem I had with it.
and that's the thing of like we have so many characters.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they
Thor has become a focal point because obviously the main
surprisingly,
Avengers OG Avengers crew is going to be the main focus, but
well, yeah, Tony's always
with
the
the
number
success
number
of
one.
with the success of Ragnarok, I mean, you're going to be seeing Thor a lot more unless he dies in the next one.
Yeah, well, I
Not a
mean,
lot of
in his
Cap in this though. I think
no,
Cap's movie is the next one.
you, I think he's gonna die in the next one because I think he's
I
coming.
think he's going to die, but we're going to
Yeah, he's
follow
coming.
him a lot in the second
He's
one.
coming. Yeah, he's coming close to his like the end of it. Well, yeah, because they get their. Well, never mind. We can't speculate yet. We got to go over this one first.
Yeah, yeah. We might have to move the speculation to like another one. Who knows? Depending on how this goes.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, we open up. Well, now we're not going over the whole movie. Okay, but key
No, no.
points. It opens up with
Yeah,
Thor's
yeah,
ship getting decimated, and so then it's like holy
yeah.
shit.
Right
Thanos
where
already
Ragnarok's
has.
ended.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right where it ended, and it's like oh shit. Thanos already has the Power Stone, so he decimated Xandar, and he knows Loki. Well, I don't think he knows Loki has it, but he knows that on that ship is the Tesseract, which is what the Space
Yeah,
Stone.
that's the Space Stone. Yeah, allows transportation.
Yeah. So then Loki gives it to him, and Thor's like, "Oh, I hate you," which I laughed pretty good at.
You really are the worst, brother.
Yeah, and so then he got the fucking second stone, and then before that, Hemdall before he died, he sent Banner back to Earth, and he's like, "Oh, you shouldn't
After
have
getting
done
his
that."
ass beat by Thanos.
Yeah, he got his ass fucked up.
So why did Thanos care that he sent Hulk away? Was he
Because
worried about
it
fighting him
like,
later?
well, no, because now he knows that they're gonna get warnings, so they have time to prepare for him. He just wanted to go in there and probably
Yeah,
just
but
decimate them all.
Thanos doesn't give a shit. Like he didn't think they were actually a threat.
No, I know that, but he just likes to conquer. Like, look what he did, with all
Yeah.
the other planets. He just goes in there, like, no warning, and just fucking orders them all what to do, like Hitler or something.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. I mean, you got to look at his point of view though too. Is like he's not just going around like I want to rule the world. He doesn't want to rule the world. He wants to save it in his own weird way, which is what made him probably the most compelling villain in the whole MCU so far.
Probably because he's willing to do what no one else will do. Make the hard
Exactly.
choice in order for people to survive.
I mean, he had to make a huge sacrifice, like for the betterment of everyone else, in his view.
It's very
He
true.
had to commit a selfless act. You have to really consider that.
Yeah, everybody's the hero of their own story. It just depends on who's reading it
Exactly. That's what
to
I've
see
always
who's the
said.
villain. Yeah. Well, you're the villain always. No matter what you do, it's awful.
Listen, I agree, and
Yeah,
I
you
understand
have
that. But
horrible intent.
villains, that's just because villains are the more compelling characters.
I guess. Well, because they're the more of like they have fun and they can do whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to abide by
Exactly.
rules like Jedi's and fucking
Exactly.
heroes.
Yep, you got it.
Ugh, okay. All right. So then he blows up the ship and then Hulk lands, fucking crashes through Doctor Strange's shit, and he's like Thanos is coming, and then Doctor Strange looks at him and he's like
Who?
who? And then we boom, it cuts to the Avengers, and then the fucking music blares, which was a pretty sick opening.
Yep. I mean, it's pretty goddamn good. And
Yeah.
so now that we're talking about it, Doctor Strange, since we mentioned him, holy shit, he shines almost more than anyone in this movie.
Oh, 100%. Now I didn't really like Doctor Strange too much in his movie. Like toward the end, I was like, oh, he gets a
Mm-mm.
grasp of it. That's cool. But in this one, he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing with spells, and he can do way more shit. And now he's like,
Like
okay, he's a fucking badass now.
his cameo in Ragnarok was probably better than his whole movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then now obviously Infinity War, like the character I want to see the most in the next one is Doctor Strange because of all the shit he did fighting Thanos in this one.
Hell yeah. Oh, it was so dope. And then
I mean, because we're go ahead.
I was gonna say another good part was the part that came next is when Strange met Tony for the first time, and it was like, holy shit, the Beard Bros are face to face. The
Yeah,
Sherlock
that was like one
Holmeses
of
are facing off.
the times where it kind of hits you that holy shit, all these characters are really gonna meet each other and hang out, and it's gonna be fucking weird.
Yeah, which is fucking mind-boggling. Like, who would have thought Tony would
Yeah,
ever meet Guardians of the Galaxy? Like Star Lord and fuck, you know
I
what I
know.
mean? Ugh.
Yeah, it's weird, but it feels so right.
It just
Maybe
shows
DC
you.
should watch these movies and take a note.
Yeah, exactly. Not make everything dark and then have people be friends because their moms have the same name.
Yeah, but then they tried that in Justice League, and it mixed with the still their dark tone, and it was bad.
It was also CGI'd up the ass, and then fucking
Oh,
Cavil's upper lip, and there was a lot of things wrong with that movie.
I mean,
Even Josh
even
Whedon couldn't
worse
save
than
that movie.
even worse than the lip. The cyborg looked awful,
Yeah, and
and
he didn't even look like
the
Cyborg because
environment
he didn't
looked
have that
so
smooth
fake.
body yet.
Like literally almost all of Infinity War, with the exception of like some of the shots in New York, are fucking on uh like a set, like a ground set with some rubble and a blue screen behind them, but it looks
Yeah.
real the entire time. On all these alien planets, it looks real. Fucking Justice League couldn't make Earth look real.
No. Well, they were
Anyway,
in Russia, so I mean, it does look shitty.
it's actually good. That's a good point. Just that's where our God Emperor likes to hang out with his friends, right?
Yeah. Yep. They like walls. So what do you call it?
Uh,
So then he explains to him like, oh, Banner's here, and Thanos is coming, and he's like, oh shit, Thanos, 6 years ago he's been stuck in my head, and blah blah blah. So as they're talking, then the children of Thanos appear, two of them at least,
yes,
because they know there's two stones on Earth, or just the time. No, two stones, because Vision
there are
Stone
two.
and the Time Stone.
Vision has a stone.
God damn, I'm dying.
Yeah. So I can't remember the big guys. Oh, okay. So the children of Thanos are as follows: Ebony Maw, who was on
Which
Earth,
is
he's
that?
Squidward.
Yeah, the tall, skinny one.
Yeah, he's cool. Cole Obsidian, who's the big, strong guy.
That's the hammer throwing dude, right?
Yeah. Corvus Glaive, who's the guy with the glaive.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uh, and Proxima Midnight.
Which is his
And
wife, which is the horn
yeah,
chick, right?
yeah, the three of them, with the exception of Cole Obsidian, I thought were really cool, and I kind of wish that they kept some of them alive, but they're all
Yeah,
fucking dead now.
yeah, that's
They killed
very
Ebony
true.
Maw really quick, and he was also really compelling on screen.
Yeah, they killed him kind of shitty too. They just sent him in a.
Yeah, it's like you would think maybe aliens would be immune to that, but no. Most people
I don't
just
think
come to the vacuum of space.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's immune to that. Even the aliens aren't. Remember when the aliens got
Well,
sucked
Thor
out
is.
of? Huh? Well,
Thor
he's
is, but
fucking
he's a
god.
god.
He's a god. Yeah, well, duh.
Yeah, he's the what is it, like a
God of hammers.
god pirate or whatever?
Oh yeah, a pirate angel.
Yes, that's right.
That was pretty funny.
Shout out to Dave Bautista for being funny in these movies and standing by his boy James Gunn.
Yeah. Shout out to him for thinking he's invisible when he's eating chips.
Yeah, shout out to Blue Tista, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Triple H for not inviting him to Raw SmackDown 1000
Yeah, that's a thing that happened for some reason.
in his
Why wouldn't
hometown.
you? Batista, it's in his hometown. Batista, a lot of people do like him. He was in Evolution. He's one of the biggest stars in the world right now, in in the biggest franchise going. And no, he's not gonna invite him to Raw.
Yeah, they don't like
What?
him. I know.
What the fuck?
Ugh.
Anyway, he
Yeah.
still wants to come back too. He still would.
Oh yeah, no, 100. I know. He tweets about it a lot, surprisingly.
I know. He might have to now. He's gonna leave the Guardians.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, yeah, after Avengers, the next Avengers, he's fucked. All right.
Where is
So, God, oh my God, I'm fucking dying.
God, mute your microphone when you do that.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. Sorry, everybody.
God damn it. I'm clearing my throat all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, damn it. So, at the same time that they were chasing and stealing Doctor Strange, the other two were
Lying, cheat, and
off.
steal, right?
Uh, the other two were off in Scotland or whatever, some garbage place, because that's where Vision is. And so they start trying to take the stone, and he gets stabbed, and Vision was a fucking weak little bitch in this movie. Like he
Well, they
is
have
not the
to.
same Vision from fucking Civil War, where he just like,
They had to depower him, so
ugh,
they made him get injured really early on, and they made it a point to for her to try to heal him, and he said it's not healing for some reason. Like, oh, okay, and so they have to establish he's gonna be fucked up the whole movie because they want him, and Vision is too fucking strong, so we have to make him weak somehow, and that was
which
their
was
thing.
awful.
Yeah, I whatever. The story has to happen, I guess.
But the dope part though was when they're about to get bested, they're just kind of like, oh no, and they're about to stab them. The bitch looks over and is like squinting, like, what the fuck's that? And then you fucking see Nomad just standing there with his fucking beard and the star ripped off, just looking all jacked and shit.
Yeah, fuck, he had a beard just like us.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to be just like us.
Who wouldn't? We have
Exactly.
successful podcasts.
Two of them. Check out Digivolve in the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, dude, a new episode coming soon.
Yeah, I don't know when. We're more focused on this because this is actually fun.
But this is easier.
Yeah, yeah. We can talk. We already talked for 46 minutes.
I know, I can keep going.
Yeah, so can I. I can come all night.
Okay, well now you ruined it.
What? How did I ruin it? I'm just talking to my buddy. I'm just talking about coming with my best buddy.
What the fuck? Alright, anyway, where the fuck? Oh yeah, Captain America shows up, and then his crew, his posse does, fucking, oh god, not
Yep.
Scarlet Witch, she was already there.
No, Wings
Black
and
Widow
tits.
and
Yeah,
Falcon.
Wings and tits just start fucking everybody up.
They sure did. You can see her tits in the movie Under the Skin.
Yeah, well, you see everything in Under the Skin. Her
You
booty
do.
and
You
everything.
see ass and bush.
Yep. Well, it's not really a bush.
It's there a little bit.
Not really. I mean, it's very light.
It's probably just like oh, God, I can't remember what they call it, but they have a thing that they put on people.
It
That
hide, yeah,
keep it
that
from-
hides like the holes.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Hey, did
She
you ever
gave
see?
enough.
Hey, did you ever see Anne Heche's butthole in that Psycho remake?
In the Psycho, I sure did.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, give that movie 2 thumbs just because of the butthole.
I give it my penis
See,
in that butthole.
that's
Yeah.
no, that's very inappropriate.
What?
This
Oh,
is not.
sorry.
This is not what our podcast stands for.
It's true.
So anyways, so yeah, Tits, kicks ass, and then they leave, and they're like, "We'll get that stone," and then they're like, "Oh, Vision's hurt. Where do we go?" And then fucking Rogers is like, well, "I got a place," and then they go to Africa.
You
So
hear the
Wakanda.
tribal drums kick in. Yes.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
they're. Yeah, well, we're fucking just recapping the whole movie again. We're falling back.
No,
on
we're
our old
staying.
ways.
No,
People have seen the movie. All right.
I know, but we skipped a lot. We're moving through it pretty fast, faster than the one in Back to the Future.
Well, yeah, but anyways, the troops rally, and
Yeah.
but we didn't mention that so Tony and Spider-Man and all them are in space now.
Tony, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. Only three
So
of them.
yeah, Avengers have gone to space, and yeah, they drop another movie reference of aliens. You seen that really old movie?
Yeah, that's all he does, and it's getting annoying. He's done that in like 3 movies now.
Yeah, because it's not what he's supposed to do.
No, you missed that really old movie, Star Wars.
Yeah, and that's again coming back to what I was talking about, the Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's like they have this actor who honestly fits really well both parts, but the writing isn't there for me.
Yeah.
They need to fix it.
Well, you should write a letter and tell them, hey, you know what? I can write for you.
You know what? Maybe I should ask Disney if they would hire me as a writer, head
Yeah,
writer
just-
of just Spider-Man's dialogue only.
Just make sure to go back 10 years and delete all your old tweets, and then then email
Yeah,
them.
I probably should.
Yeah,
I
All
should
those-
probably just change my name and social security number too.
probably just to be safe. All those buttons.
Yeah,
and tickles.
cover all my bases.
You'd get
bit, yeah.
me too right away.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. If I ever got famous, I would get me too super quick.
I think you would get Megan Lawed.
Hey, you're the one who's talking to Megan.
Come on,
not
that was
me.
good.
It's not good. Nobody knows. No,
It was
our
pretty
fans
good.
don't need to know this. That's a personal choice. All right. Anyways, where are we at now? Because now we're bouncing around.
Fuck. We were at Wakanda is where you left off.
All right. Well, let's just skip ahead because yeah, they're gonna fix fucking Vision, and they skip ahead and they go meet the White Wolf, which is your Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and I don't like the White Wolf name either. I want him to be called Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
like
he's
that.
not. He's not Russian no more. He's cured.
Oh, I know, but even in the books, he had been working with the U.S. military for years, and he was still going by Winter Soldier because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, but he's not a fucking soldier. He's not like a spy right now. He's just a sheep herder. He fucks the sheep
I
with
know,
his
but I
one
don't.
hand.
I know, and that pisses me off. I don't want that white name, White Wolf, to stay. Well, okay, I shouldn't be getting upset about it because he's not about to be the White Wolf for very long.
Why?
He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be Captain America. I
Ugh.
fucking hope so. I hope they don't give it to Falcon, which in the most recent comics it was
It's
Falcon.
Falcon.
So
Yeah, he
that's what I'm
flies
like.
around
I'm hoping
American
not.
flag. I hope so.
Honestly, if it's Falcon, fine. Just keep Bucky as Winter Soldier. Change his name
Yeah.
back to Winter Soldier, and I'm fine. And give him a movie.
No, they can't do that. Anyways.
No, give him and Black Widow a movie together, and have them hook up like they do in the comic, and just do the comic run because it was awesome. And just do that and have a spy
No.
movie.
No, people will complain because like,
Can they
oh,
please?
the one woman movie they're gonna do, they have a man in there with her. Like, no, they're just gonna make a movie of
Black
just
Widow can have a
her.
movie of her own too. Fucking call it
That's what they're.
Widow and the Soldier or whatever. I don't care.
Black Soldier.
Fine. Don't care.
Ooh, Black Winter.
Sure, perfect.
It's not gonna happen. So, anyways,
I know. God damn it.
yeah. All right. So they tell them like, oh, we're getting ready for a fight, and see now I'm bleeding it in together. So during all this stuff, Thor's on that star because he's like, oh, we need to make a new weapon. So shit happens,
Yeah,
and then we go back to
and
Earth. See,
him and
I'm
Rocket
trying
and
to skip
Groot
ahead.
have gone
You're
off.
the one who's like focusing on this shit. You
I'm
say
just
you
I'm
want
just
to.
I'm just establishing. I'm not saying what they're doing. I'm just saying who is where. That's all I'm
Okay,
doing.
so yeah, all right. So then that ship was on auto control. So Tony, Strange, and Spider-Man crash land on
Spider.
that on Titan, and then while they're there just kind of chilling, all of a sudden they get jumped by the Guardians. So this is the first time the Guardians meet, some of the Avengers,
Yeah, and
and
we
they all.
get the why is Gamora scene that everyone loves
Oh God,
because it's fucking Batista again.
yeah, he's such a big idiot.
It's awesome.
I'll
Oh,
do you
by the
one
way,
better. Why is Gamora?
how do you? That's pretty good. Uh, I
Thanks.
liked how a bunch of hard ass Tony was there. It's like, oh yeah, fine, we want to do this, we'll do this. You shoot my guy, I'll shoot him, and he gets a big gun and points it at Drax.
Oh yeah, and he's like, dude,
He's
I
like,
can
do it,
take
I can.
Quill.
Yeah, Manta's like, no, you can't take it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He always thinks
So
he's way
that's a
stronger than he is.
well, that's a problem I have with Guardians is that Drax is that strong. Or he's supposed to
Yeah.
be. He's supposed to
But
be able to fight Thanos by himself, but he can't fight Mantis by himself.
Yeah, he always gets slapped around like a little bitch.
And he's the comic relief, and I mean it works, but I don't know. Maybe they figure they have enough strongmen types, so they have the buffest legit guy be be a weakling. I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, it is pretty funny because then they realize like, oh, they're just waiting on Thanos. He's like, oh, waiting on Thanos, and like, then he's like, you're from Earth, and then he's like, no, Missouri, and he's like, yeah, that's Earth, dipshit.
Oh fucking! Oh, one of my favorite Doctor Strange. I'll do you one better. Like, what master do you serve? And Star Lord's like, oh, what am I supposed
What,
to say?
Jesus?
Jesus?
That's
Which
pretty
is
good.
funny because Chris Pratt is like
Ah.
super religious in real life.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
But then why would he divorce Anna Faris? They don't believe in divorce.
he's
They're
full on. He's
religious.
full on like Republican like hunter type in real life.
Well, yeah, he's a hunter. Yeah, I know that, but
Yeah.
he shouldn't divorce. That's not very Christian of him. They don't believe in divorce. She should die.
That's true. I mean, he divorced Anna Faris like any of us would when we realize, wait a minute, I'm a big star now. Why am I with Anna Faris?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you want to keep fucking the scary movie chick?
Because she's old and had a kid and her body's ruined. And
So,
she's not funny?
so it's his kid. Did you not see the House Bunny?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you gotta watch that. It has all the.
I know I don't. I
Yeah,
saw
you do.
the Scary Movie 1 and 2 and 3 and
No,
I mean,
how's-
they were not.
House Bunny's better. She plays like a dumb bimbo who got kicked out of the Playboy Mansion, and she joins a
I
sorority.
actually didn't. I didn't hate the Charlie Sheen Scary Movie. Is it 4?
Oh, the Scary Movie 3?
Is it 3?
I think so. That was when he was like a farmer. It was like Signs.
Yeah, it was Signs. Yeah.
And it had Dirt Nasty in it. Simon Rex.
Who's, yeah, him. He was my favorite part of it.
Yeah, he was like the Eminem wannabe. Every time he got thrown out the window,
Yeah.
he like stood up immediately. That shit was hella funny.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
it.
Oh,
I
anyways,
quit.
so yeah.
We gotta review that.
Oh,
next.
what did you think about the Iron Spider outfit?
I wish it was more red and gold like the comics, but it was cool to see the legs
Like Iron
actually
Man,
like
yeah.
work on their own. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, they didn't. They hit it really well. It wasn't in any of the promotional material. So when
Yeah.
you see the legs pop out for the first time, it's like, oh shit, the legs.
Yeah. It was
I know
pretty fucking
those.
dope. That was super cool, but it was also expected. Like you knew it was coming.
Well, when he saw him like going towards the thing that were like a hole that he's gonna has no way of getting out of, it's time for them. I mean, honestly, I'm at the point now where I don't think anything is impossible. Like when they didn't see the legs in the photos and stuff, I was like, oh, they'll be there somehow. They'll do it.
Hey, did you know that they're still trying to make a Lobo movie?
Didn't they announce it that they're gonna? Oh no, they're putting Lobo in fucking Krypton next season,
Yeah.
which is dumb.
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean,
I
it
don't know.
makes-
Maybe it'll work better.
I mean, he
I don't
does
know
ride
anything
around
about
like a
Lobo.
space Harley, so I mean, I guess it makes sense.
That's all I know.
I remember The Rock was attached to play Lobo at one point in the Lobo movie.
He's been attached to play Black Adam for like 10 years at this point,
He's
and I'm
supposed
not
to.
convinced. He'll be in Shazam probably at the end.
That'd be
He
pretty
has
cool.
to, right?
I feel like he has to.
If he's not, I'll be fucking amazed.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to dabble in that shit. Well, look,
So-
he fucking saved the GI Joe franchise. The second one was hella way better than the first one.
I haven't seen either, but honestly,
Oh,
of all I've seen like most of his movies, or I think most of them, or maybe half of them. I've only liked one,
which one?
The Rundown.
Like his fucking second movie? That was pretty good. Movie.
I know it was good. Like everything else I've seen is just like, okay, well the game plan was okay, but that's like if
Yeah.
how do you fuck that up, right?
I'm really surprised you liked the game plan. The one where he had the daughter?
It's
Wow.
fun enough. It's one of those movies. Again, it's not there's nothing shocking in it, but his chemistry with the actress is good. So
That was good.
whatever.
And I like how the rundown was still early in his acting career, where he still did wrestling moves in it.
He still had hair in it.
That too, which is really weird
Really?
if you look back at it.
I know. Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw like Rampage. It was bad. I didn't hate.
It was
like,
alright.
I don't hate his movies, but it's just not
Hey.
like I would never watch it again.
Remember what I told you? Like he should have turned into the fucking giant monkey.
That's racist.
He's not what? He's not black. He's fucking Islander.
Yes, his fucking dad is black.
No, his grandpa's that chief Kamehameha or whatever his name is.
Oh my god.
Did you ever see Jumanji? Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes, I did, and I didn't.
I heard it was
Didn't
pretty
really.
good.
I liked the fucking that Colin Hanks was a metalhead. That was it.
Oh shit! I never saw it, so you're spoiling it for me.
Spoilers: Colin Hanks is the kid at the end, or whatever. That means nothing if you haven't watched the whole fucking movie. It makes no sense.
No,
I like Colin Hanks a lot.
he's not as good as his dad.
I don't know. He hasn't really gotten a chance to shine on a lot of stuff, but everything I've seen him in, I thought he was good. Fucking Orange
You know what?
County, am I right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I forgot about that movie. Holy shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Him and Jack Black when Jack Black was still like finding his fucking chops.
That was like
Just
his last
played-
good movie.
Yeah.
It was.
Did you not see Goosebumps or fucking
No.
Tenacious D? Goosebumps was
I
good.
did not see that. No, what the fuck? We're way off track here, and we're 59 minutes in.
Well, you're fucking. You're.
I know. Look,
Okay,
we're
you're-
both guilty. I understand. But we gotta right the train now.
All right. So
We're like halfway, not even halfway into the movie. Well,
Yeah, I
anyways,
know. All
we're not
right,
talking
so
about.
let's yeah, so let's
God,
skip ahead.
here's the thing, everybody listening, we're trying to not just do a fucking rundown of the plot. We're trying to
Run
just talk
down.
about the movie and the bits we liked and did something make sense? What did we not? What did we think not work in it? So
I
maybe
just
we
want I
just
want to
start
cover the
doing
main
that instead.
points. No, I know I
Yeah,
tried to, but
yeah.
then you're like, oh yeah, you forgot about this, and then you go back and explain
Well,
it,
look, listen.
asshole.
I know. Well, listen. Well, mostly I was just trying to explain where the characters were, and that was I wasn't
No, you've
like
done it
what
before.
they're
Like
doing.
even in our last
I
review, the Back to the
know.
Future, I skipped ahead, and
Listen,
then you're like,
man.
oh
Listen.
yeah, but then he had to write the letter, and then Doc ripped it up, and it's like, okay, like,
Oh, go ahead. Lead us, my
all right.
friend.
So they stop fighting, and they say,
So
hey, let's
anyway,
make
what
a
we're talking. I'm just kidding. Fuck yeah.
they say let's make a plan to get Thanos, and they say okay. And then that's when it cuts back, I think, to Thor, and that was when I fell asleep. So all I know is that he had to like get the star going again and all that bullshit. And then we cut back to Thanos arriving, and they're all hiding, waiting for him. And Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, I heard you're looking for me." And then he's like, "Oh, Mom must be dead." And then he's like, "Yeah, but he did his job. He brought the stone here." And then, do you want to describe the fighting that they did
Well,
with him, or
there are a lot of the whole fucking fight on Titan. Like
well
there's a couple
choreographed?
different ones. There's one before they attempt to get the glove off, and then there's the fight like after they have failed to get the glove off, and I don't remember which I can't even remember which happens at what point, but
Not either.
fucking Thanos uses the Power Stone to crush a moon and
Oh yeah,
throw it at Iron Man.
yeah.
That was like it was a whole. I think that's what people saw at Comic Con. I think that was like the footage they got to see before it was all done. But about man, that was nuts. And this is where Doctor Strange really kind of stole the
Oh,
show for me.
fuck
Like
yeah, he did.
he was like throwing the mirror dimension at him. He turned a bunch of shit into like butterflies,
That was
and
super dope.
he made the copies of himself.
And they all whipped him to hold him down.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
like the man. I think I've watched it on YouTube a few times since just that stuff and Thanos. I haven't said this yet, but we talked about in Justice League how the CGI looks so bad. But Thanos, there are moments in this movie where, like, obviously sometimes like a big purple guy, yeah, it's obviously like CG kind of, but it never looks. It looks real the whole time. And that scene where he's like kind of had the mind control and he's yelling, he fucking looks like a real person, and it blows my mind.
Oh, and Mantis is on top of him holding his head.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's yelling and his mouth is wide
yeah.
open. He looks completely real, and I can't believe it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, well, we did skip one thing. He took Gamora to that planet that Red Skull is on, and he killed her in order to
Vormir.
in order to get the Soul Stone. So that's why they're
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay,
his
where's
sacrifice.
Gamora? Yeah, my bad.
Oh, and
We
we
should have
saw,
gone over.
and that's also the scene where we got a conclusion of we see the Red Skull for the first time since the first Avenger,
Yeah,
not
which
played
is
by the same actor.
Yeah,
but
it was
it doesn't matter.
garbage.
He's in pain, whatever. Why is it garbage?
because it was just like, oh, this is a cute way we can tie it together. Like it didn't need to be that way.
Well, I mean, they had to do something at some point. I mean, now that they've established he's alive, they can go back to that well some other time. Like he can come back, I guess, if they want to. But I mean, because
No.
we know he didn't die, because we know what the Space Stone does, and he never. You don't see him die. You see him literally get teleported, like the Bifrost in the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
but then I don't get how the stone would teleport him and then make him stuck there in order to like go through
True,
trials with
that
other people.
that
That doesn't make sense.
I think what they were leaning towards was like he says something else that he was like burdened with knowledge or something. I don't know, somehow when the stone sent him somewhere, it like chose him or something. I have no idea. I don't know. That was kind of like that
Yeah,
was
I
the
did-
one thing with it. Like I don't know why, but I'm okay with it.
All right, yeah. So then they have him there, and Quill's like, "Oh, this is my plan," getting all cocky and shit. And then that was when Mantis had to fuck it up and say that, "Oh, he killed Gamora. He mourns." And then they almost had the glove off. It was like on his like fucking like first finger, and then he has to start smacking the shit out of him because he's mad that Gamora's dead. And then it puts him out of
Yeah.
the trance because Mantis let go, and then that's when he just like decimated all of them. He got the glove
And a-
back and started fucking them all up.
And a lot of people like had problems with that scene, like, oh, how could Star Lord be so stupid? But it's like you got to remember, they even said it earlier in the movie. Like his mom died of cancer. His real dad was an alien god who killed his mom. He
Yeah,
had to kill his real dad. His fake dad, Michael Rooker, saved his life, and then he died saving him. And now you just killed his girlfriend.
yeah.
I
I
would be
think
punching him too.
the only problem that I had with it was that they didn't like I know in the comics or whatever it's more fleshed out, which obviously like you have more time to.
Sure.
But in the movies they didn't really establish that like okay, they're together now and like they really do care for each other. Like they shared that moment where she's like you need to kill me if this and like you just keep thinking that like oh he does really like her, but it doesn't establish that like they do love each other. Like if they would have fleshed that out more, then I think it would have you people would have agreed more
Well,
like oh,
that's
okay, of course
they
he's
would
gonna
have needed a
smack him.
movie. They would have needed
I
a movie
know.
in between because
I
they
know.
only hooked up at the end of two.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it was like, well, he doesn't. They didn't
You
show
gotta remember
enough.
though, like 2 years have passed. We don't see it, but we know that because the timeline is consistently moving over the timeline of these movies. So,
well,
and
yeah,
like
but I
for
mean,
us, like Avengers was 6 years ago, and in this movie they've talked about the attack on New York was 6 years ago. So it's like it's all falling in the same time frame.
yeah, but when you're in space, like the Guardians 2 could have happened like a month ago in Infinity Wars,
It
just
could
because the
have, yeah, I
space and
guess.
shit, you know.
But Groot is bigger.
Well, I mean, because Guardians 2 only took place 6 months after the first one, even though the movie came out years later.
Was it?
Yeah, the movie only took place 6 months later. That they were still,
Well, I guess that makes sense because he was a baby still. I guess you
yeah,
have
and
to
they were,
use Groot as the barometer of time.
yeah, and they were still learning to work as like a cohesive unit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mantis on
So
board.
yeah, so there you go. And then so then he fucks everyone up, and then he beat the shit out of Tony. But Tony put up a good fight, and then he ended
All
up
that for
breaking
a drop
off.
of blood.
Yeah, and then but Tony fucked his ass up, and then he he would go stab him, and he cut off the nano sword, and then he stabbed Tony in the fucking side, and it was like, oh shit, Tony's about to fucking die. And then that's when he gave that speech you hear in the trailer, like when people are left, I hope they remember your name, and that was
Yeah.
pretty
Because
dope.
you think Tony's gonna die right here.
Yeah,
Because
but
you're
then
expecting deaths the whole movie.
oh
At
yeah,
this
but
point,
then
we've gotten like three.
yeah, pretty much. And then Strange was like no, like spare him, and I'll give you the stone. And then he's like, all right. And then so he gives him the stone, and then he has what 5 of the 6 stones now. All he needs is the mind stone.
At this point, yes, he only
Yeah.
needs the mind,
So then he fucking
and he
gets
wastes no
it.
time.
Yeah, he gets it, and then he fucking disappears. And then he's like, "Why would you do that?" And he's like, "It was the only way." And it was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, in order for them, oh no, I'm not gonna make that analogy because you haven't played that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip
All
right
right.
over that.
Yep. And then so then we cut back. They've been fighting on Earth for I don't know however long, fighting these like dog things. And then
I think the movie takes place over like 2 days or something.
I don't even know. Honestly I think it's like a day. That's what it seems like.
Well, because they're at night in Scotland, and then
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not, su- I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
sure a day or two.
Yeah. Either way. So during and then after that it cuts. Thor had to like hold open the star in order to get the power to melt the metal to make the new axe, and it just fucked his ass
Yeah,
up.
it'll kill you. Only if I die.
That-
That's what killing you means.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
And then so then he does that, and then like an idiot, he didn't have all the shit ready. After he broke the box, he was like, "Where's the handle?" And he starts running around. And then Groot was like, "Fuck this, I'll be a G," and he grabs it and fuses it together with his hand, and then cuts it off, so that way it has like a Groot handle. And then it
And
starts
that was
fucking.
that was leaked by the
pretty-
toy sales.
Yeah, god damn it. Yeah, Stormbreaker.
I know. Yes.
And then you see it start to rise in electricity, and then it flew to his hand, and then it cuts to them fighting, and they're starting to get like overrun, like Banner's and the Hulkbuster and Captain America and Black Panther. They're getting a little overrun, and then like to me, this was like the best fucking part of the movie. Like you just like see all this fucking lightning hit the ground, and then you just see fucking Thor standing there with the big axe. Groot, and then Rocket. Was Rocket on the ground or was Rocket on his shoulder? I can't remember.
Rocket was on his shoulder.
Yeah, and then it just plays that Avengers score because the axe flew around killing everybody, and then that's when he caught it and was just standing there like a fucking badass. And
In
then,
my theater,
oh
this is the first moment when Thor and Groot and Rocket landed on Earth. This was the first moment of the movie where everyone in my crowd just started cheering.
oh
Like
fuck, it
he
was
was really
so
there. Like
yeah
holy shit, dude, people were into it. And
yeah
then
that
the
shit.
shot of him after he yells "Bring me Thanos" and he starts charging and he jumps and all this fucking lightning and it's like, god damn, they made Thor like the hypest motherfucker in this whole universe.
Yeah, they did. Like I never gave a shit about Thor before that, but after seeing this, I was
No,
like,
not really.
holy fuck.
They did cut his hair though, so
They did cut his
he's
hair.
not representing us metal heads anymore. Although
I'm
he's still a
getting there.
Viking, so I guess he is.
Yeah, that's Guardian, so it's as metal as you can
Yeah,
get.
it's pretty fucking. It's power metal as shit.
So then they're fighting and then he's like I see you've copied my beard and then he's like yeah and then he's like this is my friend Tree and he's like I am Groot and then I am Steve Rogers.
Yeah, and that's like the biggest moment that Steve Rogers had in this one.
Pretty
He didn't get
much.
a lot to do.
No, the second
People had a
biggest
problem with that,
moment
and I guess I could see that.
the second biggest moment is when he caught the when Thanos went to go grab him and he was holding him back. He was holding the fucking
Yeah,
gauntlet.
and that
That was
was
fucking
yeah,
dope.
and that was it. And that wasn't like he's not like overpowering him. It's just like
He stopped him from
he's
moving.
making
He
Thanos
stopped him in his
try,
tracks.
and
Yeah.
it's something. It's
Yeah.
a hell of a moment still.
Yeah. So then we skip forward to that part. He's just running through everybody, throwing them because he basically has all the fucking stones. So he's just
He
throwing
has all of
people,
it, pretty much.
crushing. He crushed what's his face? Oh,
War Machine.
yeah, War Machine just crushed him and threw him, and then all this shit, and then Scarlet Witch had to like destroy him. He's like, "Do it," you're the only one who could do it, and so she kills him, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss," and then he has the fucking time stone, so he just reverses time. Here comes Vision
Yep.
back. He grabs him and then just plucks the fucking
God,
stone
Vision got
out.
it bad.
Yeah, he did. He just plucks it out. He
Jesus
immediately
Christ.
drained color, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like now he's
Yeah, it's
just
fucking
metal.
real.
Yeah. Then he dropped it, and he fucking got it.
He got the, and also Scarlet Witch, rightfully so, got like a huge power boost in this movie.
Yeah,
I feel like they haven't. They need to seriously explore her power. Although honestly, now that they have the X-Men, I'm curious to see how they change her up, if at all.
See, now that they have the X-Men, are they going to use the Quicksilver from there, or are they going to bring back the other
No,
Quicksilver?
they're gonna start over.
I like the Quicksilver from fucking Apocalypse and First Class, though.
Or
Not First
yeah,
Class, the other
Evan
one.
Peters. I like Evan
Yeah.
Peters too, but no one in those movies is coming over. The only one I hope really does is fucking Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
That would be pretty dope. He was a good beast.
That
I
would
liked
be.
him in
He was
X3.
perfect.
Yeah.
And the worst movie.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I like
No, don't. It's not good. Stop.
I don't know why I cussed there. That was really that was not meant to be nothing. But
Uh,
I forgot what I was talking about. No, Evan Peters is probably my favorite one. That whole fucking scene where he saved everybody from the mansion when it blew up, that was like the best scene in that movie.
it was the only good scene in Apocalypse.
Exactly.
What a terrible fucking shitfest. What a waste of. Oh god, I can't remember his name.
James McAvoy, McAvoy,
Him too, but
Michael Fassbender,
oh no, the guy who
Oscar-
played Apocalypse, Oscar
Oscar-
Isaac. What a
yeah.
waste of his time.
Well, yeah. Well, originally he
That man is
started
a
off
serious
looking like
actor.
fucking Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Hey, we got
No,
to
and
review
he,
Power
he
Rangers.
looks. We absolutely do.
Yes, fuck yeah, we do.
We absolutely do. I love that movie.
That's the next movie.
So okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
Thanos
so he
gets
has
all the stones.
yeah, and he's like fuck yeah, and then all of a sudden this axe comes flying at his fucking chest, and then Thor comes shortly after, and he's like, I told you I'd fucking get you,
I came
and
too.
he's like, and he was, and he was. He was like, you should have went for the head, and then he fucking snapped his fucking hand, and everything went white, and it was like, holy shit, he fucking did it, just like Baron Zemo.
Yeah, well, actually, the directors, the Russo brothers revealed because when after he snaps, it goes orange, and they actually and he starts talking to a little Gamora. What they actually said was he kind of went inside the Soul Stone for a minute and was actually talking to Gamora, because it's theorized that she's stuck in the Soul Stone because she was sacrificed to it, and so he
Yeah.
kind of went there after he finally achieved his dream and kind of realized what he had done or whatever.
Huh. So like he died for a second, or he just went into the
He
soul
didn't
stone?
die, but I guess I don't know, something about all the power or whatever. It just sent his mind there for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Probably because he finally achieved this thing he had been wanting to do so desperately, and he gave up everything to do it. So it's just kind of like this, I don't know, like a epiphany moment for him, I guess.
Oh, okay, maybe. Because then it cuts back to this like loud echoing noise, and people are looking around like, "What the fuck?" And then he hurry up and disappears, and the axe drops, and then it was like, "Holy shit!" And then they're looking around like, what happened? And then the first victim, I think,
Steve was like, "What just happened?"
yeah, and I think the first victim was Winter Soldier. He's like, "Steve,
It
I don't
was.
feel good," and then he just started turning to dust.
He
as was
didn't say,
walking.
"I don't feel good."
Whatever. They all did.
Only one person said that.
Yeah, and then he disappeared, and Steve was like, "What the fuck?" And then people just started fucking disappearing left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so on Earth it was Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Falcon, Groot, and by the way, the Russos also revealed, or I think James Gunn actually revealed what Groot said as he was dying, and he said father.
Yeah, to Rocket, because Rocket, was
Rocket.
crying,
Yeah,
walking
so-
toward him. Fuck.
In case you didn't feel
feels.
bad enough about it.
Yeah, and then I think to me
Fucking
the
even worse.
saddest. To me, the saddest one was probably Falcon, because nobody saw him disappear. Rhodes was
No
walking
one,
around.
no
like,
one saw him at all.
Yeah, Rhodes was walking around like, "Hey, where you at?" Like, and it's like nobody fucking saw him disappear. So like, he's just nothing.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? M'Baku survived, and that's what matters.
That is what matters, dude. Manape was the shit. He was my favorite part of Black Panther too.
Well, yeah.
That's the character he's playing, but because everything's PC, they couldn't call him Manape, so he's M'Baku.
I will admit, I was not sure if you were saying something racist right there. So it's probably for the best.
No, in the comics, he's Manape. He has
No, I know, I
an,
remember. I did
albino-
remember for a second.
Oh, you didn't remember?
I didn't remember for a second. I realized why I didn't say
okay.
anything. But right when you said it, I wanted to go, oh my god, are you fucking serious? But then they're like, oh no, wait, he did play that character.
No, I would have said something like Dirty Monkey, but no, he's Manape in
That's Dragon
That's
Ball Z.
more-
That's what Frieza calls Goku.
Manape.
No, Dirty Monkey.
Oh,
Because the
Dirty
Saiyans
Monkey.
have tails, and they turn into big apes.
Well, they are dirty.
Well, it's the Monkey King legend.
No, Jet Li's the only Monkey King.
Uh,
You ever see that movie? Forbidden Kingdom?
no. No.
No, with Jackie
Oh,
Chan and Jet
God,
Li?
no. That was a piece
What?
of shit. No.
No,
That was no, hell no.
no,
I've
no.
seen
you're,
the Fist of Legend
No. Fuck you. What's that?
and the one.
Well, we have the one, of course.
I've seen War.
Yeah, fuck War.
I've seen
We
Lethal
gotta do
Weapon
War
4.
next. I have too. That was his first American movie.
I was, yeah. Okay, so I think that's all
Alright,
the
so
main
then-
people on Earth, right?
On Earth.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Scarlet
and then
Witch
it-
too.
Yeah, but she was happy to die because she's like, oh, now I get to be a Vision, and I was like, oh, you bitch.
Kinda. Yeah,
And then,
I don't think she cared too much at that point.
Yeah, and then it cuts to space, on Titan, and then they can kind of sense that something's weird too, and then all of a sudden,
And Mantis does first.
Mantis disappears, and then fucking
All of the Guardians. On
yeah,
the Titan.
yeah, because then Drax is like,
except
Quill,
Nebula.
and then he disappeared. Yeah, except Nebula, and then you see him there, and he's just like, oh shit, and then he disappeared, and I was like, oh, okay, all the Guardians, and then Tony's looking around like, what the fuck, and then all of a sudden he hears Mr. Stark, I don't feel good, and he turns around and sees Peter like kind of like losing his balance, and he's not feeling good, and then he grabs him and they fall down, and he's like, I don't want to die, like that shit got me teary eyed. Because you think about it, he's supposed to be like a 15-year-old kid. Like, of course he doesn't want to die.
That would have had. You think that would have the biggest impact on me, right? Because Spider-Man is my guy, right?
Yeah.
But because of the problems I've had with the way he's written in the movie, I didn't care as much.
Huh. And then
It's not my. It's their fault, not mine.
It was mostly Tony's reaction that got me, because he's always looked out for him since he recruited him, and
He wasn't
Civil
even
War.
supposed to be there. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't listen, the bastard.
And he died, and Tony survived, which probably makes him feel even worse.
Exactly. And then I was saying that's every. And then Doctor Strange fucking disappeared. He was like, this was the only.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's like, this is the only outcome. And
Everybody on
then boom.
Titan except Nebula and Tony are dead.
Yeah, shit. And I was thinking like, all right, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the movie. It ends like Thanos goes to like
The
what he said,
Yeah,
like the sunset. He sits down, he looks at it, and then the movie ends. And it was like, holy shit! It like was a
it
horrible,
ends and
somber
it's
ending.
yeah, fucking sad end. And at the very end of the
Jesus.
credits, well, the end credit scene is you get Fury and Hill,
Yep.
and basically shit's going down and they starts popping off. Hill disappears. Fury's like, oh fuck, goes for his little beeper out of his on his pocket,
Yep.
beeps somebody, and he starts fading away. And he goes, oh motherfucker, doesn't get to
And
say it
then
in his
he's
speech in
yeah,
the
then
fucking
he's
movie.
gone.
The thing drops, and then you see he was calling Captain Marvel, who we have coming up next year. Trailer tomorrow, everybody. Get pumped for
Yeah.
that.
Yep. What is that?
I'm excited.
September 18th is when it dropped. I was trying to see the
Yes.
date.
Yeah. I'm excited for that movie for a couple of reasons. I'm not really crazy about Captain Marvel. I kind of like Miss Marvel more, but anyway.
I
Ronan
honestly
the
don't.
Accuser coming back.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I liked him for what they gave him. Coulson in a movie coming back.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a movie since the first Avengers, so it's good to see him back in a fucking Marvel movie.
Yep.
Because Agents of
And
Shield
it's
sucked.
set in the 90s, so
Yeah.
Agents of Shield was
The
the
first
first half
season.
of the first season was bad. The
Oh
second
really?
Winter Soldier came out and they had to change their show because of it. It got fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, because they were
For
looking
like
for the
2
spies.
seasons, it was cool. Because after the Winter Soldier shakeup with like Hydra and Ward was a Hydra guy, that was really
Yeah.
cool. But then after that, it got bad, and then Ghost Rider came in, and Ghost
That
Rider
was
was really
good.
cool, and then it got bad after that again.
Yeah, season 5 was horrible. I didn't even watch the
Season
last
5 was
episode.
bad,
I was
and
like,
Ghost Rider was only in half of that season, which is a mistake.
which was
I guess they
garbage.
didn't have
They
it in the budget to do them for a whole season.
fuck it. They should have done that because that season was split into like 3 different categories. It was the Ghost
I
Rider in
know.
the first third, and then the middle was some Hydra shit, and
It
then
was
the
the
last
robots.
part was yeah, and then the third part was them in the like the Matrix. They were in the
Matrix, and then
Warframe or
Ghost
whatever,
Rider comes.
Mainframe or whatever it's called.
Ghost Rider comes back. Coulson becomes the Ghost Rider to kill the robot. Robbie Reyes takes it back, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, god damn it. He was a good
I
Ghost
know.
Rider. I like that actor.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the design that they used. It was kind of like a mix between the Robbie Reyes in the comic and like the original Ghost Rider look. They kind of mixed up the
Kinda.
skulls a little bit. It
Yeah, a
worked.
little bit. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, so now for our last little, because we've been talking for 82 minutes, so our last little.
I know. And by the way, after that credit scene with Captain Marvel, we see the text. Normally, after a movie, it's like after Civil War, it said, "Oh, Spider-Man will return." But in this one, it said Thanos will return. So if there was ever any doubt that this Infinity War was just Thanos' movie, I think that clears it up that yes, Infinity War is just Thanos' movie.
Uh,
He's the main character.
I honestly I didn't remember that.
It's really quick, and it's like, I think by
Yeah.
that point you've already seen the end scene, so you leave the theater. But no,
Yeah.
it says it on the screen. Thanos will return.
Uh. So now for our last little tidbit, we can speculate
Yes.
what's going to happen in the next one.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
So what I think, because I'll go over what I think first, then you can tell me your theory. So because the stupid fucking set photos leaked, you see Ant-Man
Yeah.
with the original Avengers.
Spoilers.
So you're like, wait a minute, like
Stop
how the fuck
listening.
that happen? Stop listening.
Mhm.
So after the ending of Ant-Man, the end credit scene of Ant-Man is he goes into the quantum realm to get some data for something so they can try and help cure Ghost. And there he's talking to them to the radio, and then he tries like, all right, I'm ready, pull me out, because he can't leave without them helping him. And he's like, hello, guys, hello. And then it cuts back to outside, and all 3 of them are fucking dust. The whole Pym family is just like ashes. And so he's stuck
Oh,
in
yeah.
the fucking quantum realm. But
He
before
is.
but before that happened, he said, watch out for the time bubbles or time holes or something. So what I think
Did they?
is, yeah, he said that. He said, watch out for those.
You and I had
Trust
the
me.
same thought then on this.
Yeah, because I think what's gonna the only way for him to get out of there, he's gonna have to go through one, and I think that's when he'll pop up in the original Avengers. But then, if you looked at that set photo, Tony looks older. He has gray hair. So what I think is that Miss Marvel's gonna help him develop the technology to go back in time. So he'll go back in time, and that's when he'll remember Ant-Man, and Ant-Man will be like, "Oh, thank God! Like I know everybody, but nobody knows me." So like he'll know Tony, you know?
Because I can't remember in Ant-Man and the Wasp, did they acknowledge anything that was going on in New York? Did they have any idea what was happening? Because Ant-Man
It
happens
was
in San Francisco, so they're completely across the country. So I don't know how like
no
into
because
what's happening they are. I think they
at the
mentioned something, but not a lot.
well no during the well because since the whole movie only took place within like a day, like New York happened
Yeah,
within a day. Like I think it happened. They were busy, dealing with that
before.
ghost shit. Yeah. So then
Well, I guess
when
the end credit scene could have been days after the movie ended. I guess.
yeah, exactly, and so then they're doing their own thing. They don't really know what's going on. They're on some rooftop, and
Yeah.
then the
Okay.
snap
All
happens.
right.
So
I'm fine with that. By the way, Tim Heidecker guest starred in Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's free real estate.
he did. That was super random. He was like
Fuck yeah. He was on tour
that
about it. That's it.
restaurant. Oh yeah, that's right.
But anyway, so yeah, we're on the same boat that Ant-Man's gonna get out, but he's gonna get out in the past.
Yeah, and then if you look closely, they all three of them have like some that time watch thing. So I think he'll give Ant-Man one, and he gives the original Cap one because I think Cap will die. The older bearded Cap, I think he'll die. So he goes back in the past to grab Cap to like go back either back to the future, or
I get
like
it.
they're gonna fight Thanos in the past before he has the stones. So I'm not 100%
I
sure.
mean, they would have to, right?
I feel like that. Unless because he snapped it, the gauntlet's all fucked up. The stones are still good, but the gauntlet's fucked up. So I think unless they go back in time to get the younger, more refreshed Cap to help fight in the future, who knows? And then he's like, I know I'll eventually die, but you have to send me back, because and then that's how he'll stay dead, because like he did die. Maybe he'll die
I
destroying the gauntlet, so that way Thanos can't use it again.
maybe I have a radical theory that I think Spider-Man 2 existing may disprove it, but I have a feeling because we know they're gonna be back in time because again the set photo they're wearing fucking time watches, right?
Yeah.
I think because there's that scene in the first Avengers where Iron Man is taking the nuke through the portal in the sky, and he sees all these ships and this mothership. And so I think what's going to happen is they're going to open that time portal, that portal in the sky up again, and they're all going to, with all this technology they have now from Captain Marvel, they're going to just go through it and fight Thanos right there and then in space during the Avengers 1 timeline. But that would alter things. That would be huge because that would alter everything afterwards.
It would
So
because
whether or not they
then
do that,
because then
I
we
don't
wouldn't.
see them being afraid to do that. The
Yeah,
comics
but
do
we
it; they can do it.
that's true. We wouldn't have Scarlet Witch or fucking Quicksilver because
But that
they
think
use
about
the
it. Think about it. That's the perfect time to do that because now you're bringing in the X-Men. You could say changing the events of the timeline caused the X-Men.
that's true. You know what? I heard because now that they got X-Men,
Holy shit, we're on to something here.
they even got Fantastic Four back. So what I
They
had
have them
heard
back too.
so I heard somebody say like what they think was gonna happen was like what if they did that like you said go back in time they fight Thanos and then when they come back to the future they see the Avengers building but instead of having a big A on it it has a 4 with the circle
That honestly, that's the best way to do it.
and that's how you
You have
introduce them
all
like
these
they're
new
established.
characters.
Yeah,
You have this impossible task of introduce. How do we introduce these fucking dozens and dozens of characters into this universe that's already established? Fucking time reset. That's how you do it.
and you know what? Not even that. The fact, just like how you did Spider-Man, we all know his origins. They just come into the movies
Yes.
already having powers. We already know who Wolverine is. We already know who Professor X is. We already know who goddamn Reed Richards is. We don't need origin stories for everybody now. That's where they keep
Here's the
fucking up. They
problem.
keep. Uh,
They shot this before that deal happened,
that's true. Yeah, but they could.
or
You
went
know
through.
they could do stuff in secret. You know that.
I,
Oh,
I that is true. I mean,
What's his
That's
face?
what
Hugh
worries me.
Jackman said he would come back if as
Wait, no,
Wolverine if he's an Avenger. He said that.
did they really?
Yeah, he said that. He said the only way I'd come back is if I was an Avenger. So it's like if they make him Avenger or fucking cameo or something, he could be fucking a Wolverine Avenger. Like how fucking dope would that be?
Oh shit, he needs to
Like
wear the
imagine,
fucking yellow spandex though.
like imagine Tony walking in like some type of nanotech. Imagine Tony walking in and he's just like, "What's up, bub?" Like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Uh, yeah, I mean,
you just
fuck.
call me Blob. What? No, I said bub.
Oh god, not.
Oh yeah,
The cup behind him, there's Blob.
that that'd be so dope.
Uh,
We're on to something. Fucking hour and a half we spent talking about all
well,
this
at
fucking
least that's
shit.
how. That's what I would do if
Yeah.
what I think they're gonna do. It's gonna come down to they mentioned this in Infinity War several times. We don't trade lives. Cap is gonna fucking trade his life. He's
Oh,
gonna do what he
exactly.
said they don't do, and he's going to
Because
do it.
yeah, because even
Uh,
Vision called him on
and
that.
that's
He's
just the
like,
way
"You
it's gonna happen.
sacrificed your life to save the
Yep,
people
and
where
he's
that
going
bomb
to do
was," and
again.
he's like, "Oh, it's not the same. Shut up." So he's gonna do it.
He's absolutely going to be dead.
Yep.
I
And
don't think
he
Tony
has.
dies. I think Tony survives but retires, and I
Mm.
think Pepper's pregnant.
Well, they get married. She shared a photo of on set, and there's like a wedding set up. So obviously they get married.
That could be a finale.
He can go back in time, and he could be fucking Peter's dad. He could have
Oh,
fucked Aunt May.
what if the end credit scene, of Infinity War 2 or whatever, Tony's wedding, it's all going great, but then shit starts happening, right? The people who aren't who they look like, because it's happening in Captain Marvel, and we start seeing this is the beginning of the Skrull invasion. And
Ugh.
half of the Avengers, the entire time have been Skrulls.
Ugh. They're a shape shifting race,
Huh?
aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So how come Captain Marvel can't change into shit? She's half Kree or Skrull.
Well, she's have. I don't know. She has Kree powers, but she's human
Because she is
or
half. She's
something.
like her DNA is mixed. She's half Kree, half human. That's why she's able to fly,
Yeah.
and I think she has like a cosmic awareness. Or was that Mr. Marvel or a
That was
Marvel? I mean,
Mr. Marvel. Yeah.
mm, I don't know. I just don't understand how she can be as powerful as they say. Because technically, Adam, Adam Warlock is supposed to be the most powerful being in like the universe, and he's still being made by that gold bitch at the end of Galaxy 2.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with him if they'd even do anything.
Well, not anymore because there's no third one. I bet you he would have been the bad guy in the third one.
Is he a bad guy?
Well, because she made him. I think eventually he becomes good.
Well, I mean, I guess so.
I don't know. Yeah, it's too much to think about because like with WWE, check out our wrestling podcast. You can't predict
We don't
everything
have one yet.
because they do whatever they want. I know we will. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well, those are our predictions. I think we're gonna.
Yeah,
I think it's a good show. We're gonna call it here.
yeah. No,
It's 92 minutes.
yeah. I'm tired.
I said this was gonna go long, and it did.
It did, but thank you for doing this
It
today.
took us 40 minutes to get to the movie.
Yeah, it did, but it's good. This is gonna be a solid listen. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow at work, and it's gonna be real good.
Yeah, It's gonna be. This will be up tomorrow, not today, obviously.
Oh, I'll do it tonight, so it'll be up. If everybody wakes up tomorrow,
Okay,
you'll have
cool.
it. Check the iTunes. You'll have a new episode dropping.
Yeah, our longest one yet.
Yep, it is. They get longer and longer. Like the first one was like
That's,
40
I mean,
minutes,
on the
and
right
then it
day.
was hour. Yeah, that's true. So we got to do what? Power Rangers next, right?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
We can do that
Oh,
Wednesday.
my bad. Well, this one, like I wouldn't say this is a perfect movie, so I would give it like 1.5 thumbs up. Because there's a lot of shit
I'd
going
give it
on.
two.
Really?
Yeah, it make all the stuff that happens makes up for any of the too many character deal. It's two thumbs up.
Yeah, I guess. I just
This is like
they,
this is as close to Winter Soldier as it gets.
yeah, but I mean, I feel like they could have tightened it up a bit. I just realized when we graded all of the 10-year past, we did it on like a 1 through 10, but on this it's thumbs.
Well, yeah. Oh well, I give it the next gets a 9.5.
It's an 8 from me then. Because like it
Okay,
just
well,
it was good.
Good
It
show.
yeah. cut me off like that, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I'm trying to end it here.
All right, fine. Until next time, movie fans.
Yeah, Excelsior.
Thank God I ended it before you said Excelsior.